Hey, what's up, my construction entrepreneurs? Hey, I'm jumping on here again. Today is Sunday, too. At the office, trying to get some work done, write up some stuff, get ahead on some work. But I wanted to jump on here to let you guys know that, um, you know, a lot of us don't have people in our corner that can show us how to, do these things that you know that that we need to do to grow this construction business. There's not a lot of people that we have to show us how to do taxes. How do we file for a business license? How do we estimate this job? What is overhead? What is labor burden? How do we file for insurance? How do we get workers comp? And you gotta, when you get that information, you gotta take that and take hold of that and understand that when that information is given, the information is a given, but you have to apply it, right? You have to apply the application of that information. But when you think about it, who's out there showing you? Who's out there giving you that information that you need that's valuable to get to the next step, to get to the next level? Who's doing it? you know so when you do find someone that's doing that, grab hold of them, let them know, get more from them, get try to get the information that you need, that you can connect with, that you can readily apply, because this game is not easy. It's definitely not easy on the mental, um, the stress, dealing with the issues. There's nothing that goes perfect about a labor based business, right? There's nothing that goes perfect about a labor based business. What do I mean by that? I mean that when in the construction industry is labor based, is heavy on labor. Labor is the most labor is the most um, I would say top risk heavy of any industry. Labor is very unpredictable for a lot of in a lot of ways. It's very hard to track at times. That's why Amazon created this whole system where you're limited on where you go, and they're maximizing your time, your full time and working of that day. Like when I look at a job of my guys working, a 6 hour day is a full day for when I look at that, right? Because you got so many elements, and I'm like, okay, so someone is, when they're working on the job, it's not 8 hours that they're working, it's 6 hours, right? Because there's so many elements in that, and I need to do 6 hours to capture that and what we actually can do within that time. Now, every crew is not a high performance crew, right? Every crew is not producing at a higher rate that they need to be producing at. So it can easily cost you miscalculating, and you can find yourself upside down on one job, you know. But this is the deal here, is that you don't have to be upside down. You don't have to go through what I already went through, what Joe Johnson already went through, right? It's people out there showing you how to get this done, how to go about doing this, how to estimate this job, how to write this proposal, uh, uh, um, how to communicate with this contractor, how to look for these clients, right? Where to find this work, what to charge for it, what you need to make sure you don't miss out on, how to make sure you capture for taxes, sales taxes, or materials. All these parts are very important to the building blocks of your company. It's very important. So who's going to teach us? I didn't, you know, when I was coming up, I didn't have, YouTube was there. I believe, yeah, YouTube was there, but you couldn't even view it on your, if you was to look at YouTube on your phone, you'll burn minutes. You couldn't even look at you. You couldn't even surf. You could not search the internet without burning minutes. If you went on the internet, you were using your minutes. That's how it worked back then. So you didn't, you didn't regularly go on there. I didn't anyway. I went to the library. Outside of the people that I connect with belly to belly, I went to the library and I read on business and asphalt and concrete and writing business plans. Even though I didn't write one. I think I did. I think I've done one out of my whole career. But I went to a library then. Now you got the YouTube as your library. You got LinkedIn and Instagram and all these other places that is your library now, compared to what was available before or what was readily available before and easier to search through, right? It's a lot harder back then than it is now. It's a lot easier to surf these channels and to get into what you need to get into a lot quicker and a lot easier, and you can get it fast, you know. So but once again, is you can't keep listening without doing, you know, and that's where I find a lot of folks are at, is that they're just listening and not out there doing and putting in the work. This is hard work here, you know. Here it is. I'm here on a Sunday. Now, me being here on a Sunday is not hard work, but continuing to move and grow is the hard work. Is the hard work, and figuring out, what's the move before the next curve. You know, my market right now is showing lower costs in job costs, or in total job costs. How do I combat that? How do I get over that? How do I sneak past that? How do I make this thing work and still produce a profit? Right? It's a serious thing. It's not child's play. It's not, by no standards. So you have to make sure that you're getting the right information at the right time and apply it. Put the work in. Go apply it. Okay? I've done videos on workers' comp. I even have a video out there that show you how to fill out a workers' comp application. I even got that on my site. How to fill out a workers' comp application. Okay? What is workers' comp? I even got a video in there talk about general liability. Talk about auto insurance. Talk about bonding. Right? Talk about the process to get into public works. Estimating. That's my biggest thing is estimating. What I teach on estimating is the largest thing that I try to push. Hold on. Let me turn this thing. It's getting hot in here. And I'm not editing that out, by the way. So I get, that's a trip that I do get. People, like when my kids are in the video, sometimes sometimes my kids are in there talking, interrupting, whatever. I don't edit that stuff out. I let that stuff go. Was to if someone was to working in my office right now, come in here and talk, I wouldn't edit it out. There's whatever. I don't care. But someone's gonna say something to me in the comments of me leaving and the screen being blank and coming back. But that little stuff, I don't worry about it. I mean, the overall content I provide is enough to, I guess hit a fire, whatever it is. But anyway, and I just want to say, who do we have out there to build? When I was coming up, I had a few mentors, and it's been very hard for me to find mentors um, um, of my trade. Right? You can find mentors of different areas, life, right, marriage, relationships, business, trade mentor, like a in these different areas, you find different mentors that are their expertise are great in those specific lanes. And it's been very hard to find a mentor within my lane, but I've always had mentors of motivation, personal development type of deal, and that sort of thing. But I've always read and listened and do, and I still read now. I wouldn't say I read a lot as far as books. You won't see me reading any books nowadays. Majority of the books that I listen to, and I do listen to books, I'm on Audible. So I have books constantly playing. Like right now, I'm on Tim Grover book. I forget what the book was before that. I think it was. I think I went back and re-listened to. I think it was Blue Ocean. I forget. I'm drawing a blank on those. But anyway, listening to books is or reading books is very important. I do read articles quite a bit. I always read articles on my phone or something that comes through my email, especially about my industry. I'm always looking for things on my industry. And then, of course, motivation and personal development, that all plays a part in here. But in the end, what are you applying? And that's what's key. You have to make sure that what you retain, what works for you, you make sure it works by applying it. And you can't always just listen and hear and turn it into entertainment. That's if you're not applying what works or you're not applying what you hear, then it's really just entertainment. You listen, you're like, oh yeah, that's a great idea, and you're like, hey, that will work for my business. Let me do it. Oh, hey, that's how you go get workers' comp. Let me call them, right? Let me reach out to them, or let me, find an agent or find a broker or whatever it is, Or hey, oh, that's how I find jobs. I need to learn how to estimate. Where do I start at? You know, um, not and what's crazy is that not all the time I'm pushing my school, not all the time I'm pushing my services. Mainly I just push the topic, and then whatever comes, and then great, that's great, but I try to push the topic to let us know that hey, we can go get this, we can do this. You just have to apply the knowledge that you retain. So my construction entrepreneurs, I just want to share that. Hop up on here, give some information, share some things with you guys. I hope you guys are ready to put forth this day for Monday. Monday's a whole new day. Let's go get it. Hope you're ready. And I hope a lot of you are not calling your guys tonight to tell them the schedule for tomorrow. I hope a lot of you guys are not doing that. And a lot of you are. Yeah, giving out schedules and text messages on Sunday night. Guys need to stop that. Get your stuff ready on Friday. Let's go on Thursday. That way you can be preparing for some other stuff, man. Come on, man. Let's get it together, man. We got plenty of time in this. Everybody claims they're busy. Be productive. My construction entrepreneurs, hustle hard, then hustle harder. Catch you on the next one.